Hello everyone, and I'm reading some ib poems under the fanfiction name Fractured Reality. Now, I was reading creepypastas for a while, but I couldn't find any good ones, as embarrassing as that is to admit. That isn't to say there isn't any good ones, but out of the video game ones I found, all of them were either okay or really bad. And I'll be honest, I didn't just want to read bad stories. And if the only thing I could find is bad, I wanted to mix it up a little bit. So I'm broadening my horizons. I'm going full everything. All the fan fictions. Pretty much anything that is a shorter story is open for and available for me to read if anyone has suggestions. But I will actually get to this story now. Or this poem. Hopefully I'm not too bad at reading it. There are, I think, just two right now. So I'm gonna read a couple of poems. Let's see. A girl clutching a blood-red rose, soon introduced to horrors and woes. Young and naive, she followed through, alongside the man with the blossom blue. The young man feared, but kept the girl dear. A fracture is started, his mind growing weary, to the dread of their task, and all he faced it would carry. A victim of jealousy the man soon becomes, demise runs through this place with a thrum. Finally, there's the yellow maiden, searching for her own safe haven. Loneliness overwhelmed, she armed herself with guile, her secrets hidden behind a sickly sweet smile. As sharp as a knife she wielded her madness, her true nature revealed, and so was her canvas. Welcome to our wonderful world, in which you would have in which you have become trapped and twirled. Painted nightmares whisper your welcomes. Alas, they carry sanity seldom. Alright, so it's a pretty good start. I rather like that poem. Let's see, I will read author's notes, at least I believe that's what this is. I have no idea, and then we'll move on to the second chapter, which will of course be the second poem, and that's probably it. I just wanted to try something really different, because, I don't know, I thought this sounded fun, and I love the game Ib. Ib is such a fantastic horror game, and so I was like, poems about Ib? Heck yeah. 1 minute I was listening, once again, author's note, 1 minute I was listening to Ib memory, and the next I had a pen and paper in my hand, and with this in mind, the magic of good music. This may or may not continue, though. It probably will because of summer vacation, and because of how fun it is to write this one. Feedback would be much appreciated nonetheless. Well, I'd say so far that was really good. I don't know much about poetry or poems, but heck, I liked it. And I'd say it honestly sounded like really surprisingly good. Let's see. Oh, this one says, warning, contains spoilers to the game, and disclaimer, I don't own Ib or its characters. Alright. So this one is, I think, a bit farther into the game, but let's go ahead. Mary, counterfeit rose. Too small a consciousness, it was never in sight. The lies fell from her mouth, too easy the slight. But as they got closer to their destination's exposure, fragments it started, her mind it departed. Oh, she was crazed, as mad as a hatter. Poor Mary's last shred of morality shattered. Done away with her reason, the counterfeit rose committed a treason to haunting for prose. Revealed, exposed, his end 'twas a herald. The blue rose was perilled, though Mary's bright grin, you'd never think of her a sin. But her success was short-lived, as the red lass still strived. Reds targeted her painting, the fake rose's lifeline. The painted damsel went after the girl, her fury a tornado swirl, scorched, defeated. The red lass not fret, broken little Mary was no longer a threat. Man. That's pretty intense. Oh man. That is a great poem version of what happened. I don't know if I'd even really call this fan fiction, but I don't know where else you'd put this. Because I'd say, except with maybe some of the arguable descriptions, this is pretty much how the story goes. And the story does have multiple endings, so maybe the part of this that I'm not sure about might have even just been in a different ending. Regardless, this is really awesome. Okay, author's note. Guest review response. I3 Mary. Oh, wait, that's the name. Thanks, I really do appreciate it. Thoughts? Oh, wait. Okay. Thoughts, feedback. I was having issues with this one. Sorry if it's not as good as the last. Thank you for reading. Okay, so the guest viewer response is really pretty much just, I appreciate it, it's cool. And, then the author was having a bit of writer's block, which is perfectly understandable. I'd still say it was really good. Maybe not as good as the first, but it was, I'd say it was, pretty good. Just two little short, fun poems about a really good horror game. And for those of you who haven't played or heard of IB, it is a free horror game, so, look it up. I would highly recommend that, if you are into horror games, you play IB. If you aren't, then, well, I guess not, but, I imagine a lot of people probably have heard of IB by now, but I'm just you know, shoving that in there because it's such a fantastic game. And I'd say these poems really, you know, they're very beautiful poems. They're fitting to the games. Well, to the game. I don't know why I said games. I wonder if the person will ever do a sequel to IB. Probably not. The story is pretty self-contained, but I wouldn't be too surprised. Anyways, that is all for now. That was Fractured Reality, chapters 1 and 2. I'll read more to these poems if any more come out. I'll look for more fan fictions on IB, all kind of horror games, and, you know, hopefully we'll have a little more fun with this than we did the crappy pastas. But, you know, once again, whether you want creepypastas, you want more fan fiction, be sure to throw me suggestions, you know, in the comments, and I've ranted way too long. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.